Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into question number 1 of your assessment paper number 8. Alright, so let's take a look at the question right away. The question is, for 1A, says evaluate 543.5 divided by blah 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 blah, 1 to 3 significant figures and 2 to decimal places. Okay, what's the difference between significant figures and decimal places? Okay, so you most probably are more familiar with decimal places. So for example, 36.1128, that's 4 decimal places. And if it's just 36.112, it's 3 decimal places. 36.11 is 2 decimal places. 36.1 is 1 decimal place. 36 is 0 decimal place. So basically, the number of decimal places is determined by the number of numbers behind the decimal place. So in this case we have 4, in this case we have 3, in this case we have 2, in this case we have 1. So that's decimal place. So now that we know that, let's get that out of the way. Now the next thing is significant figures. Now significant figures is exactly what it sounds like. It is significant, or also means important. So for example, in the number 3.3000, are the numbers at the back significant? Are these numbers significant? The answer is no. Why not? Because if we were to remove them, the number would still remain in terms of value. However, let's say if we give a different number, let's say we put the 000 in front and then we put a 3 at the back. Now, is this 3 zeros significant? Yes, it is. Yes, they are. Why? Because without the zeros, what will we get? We will get 3.3, which is totally not the same as 3.003. Therefore, these numbers are significant. Okay, so basically that's the concept behind this. And let's say if I tell you 0.3, give you another example. Is this 0 significant? Yes, because without the 0, the number will just be 3, which is very far away from 0.3. So that's what significant figures actually mean. Alright, with that, let's do the first question. 1A. So 1A, we have to actually take out, we have to calculate this. So I'm going to take out my calculator right now. 543.5 divided by 112.3 plus 41.7 times 1.8. Your answer will be 79.8997. Okay, is this correct? Not too sure. Did I use BODMAS? Basically, I have multiply first. I need to multiply first. So 41.7 times 1.8. And then after that, I have to divide after that. Okay, that's 75.06. 75.06. Then I plus 75.06. Fortunately, the answer is still the same. So in this case, the answer here is 79.8997. 79.8997. So for part 1, the question is asking you for 3 significant figures. So 1 significant figure, 2 significant figure, 3 significant figures. And then we look at the next number. Is this number more than 5? Yes, it is. So for part 1, the answer is 79.90. Okay? And for part 2, the question is asking for 3 decimal places. So we have 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, 3 decimal place. 79.899. And look at the next number, it's a 7. It's more than a 5. Therefore, it should actually be changed to a 0, and hence we get 79.900. That is the answer for part 2. Alright, very simple. Let's move on to the next question. Part B, it said estimate the value of this, correct to 1 significant figure. Now this is a little bit confusing. Okay, I'm going to write this down. 2.718 cubed minus square root, what's that? 17.8. 17.8, and then we have over 3.41 times 2.21 times 2.21. Okay, if we were to actually change this into what's it called, into estimation, what we will do is we will estimate first. Okay, estimate first. Therefore, take this number 2.718 cubed. Okay, estimate first. So what I would do is I would just take 3 cubed. Okay, and then after that, minus 17.8, I will change it to minus square root 18. Then 3.41 times 2.21, I'll make it into 3 times 2. So this is the answer. So once you calculate it, you will have 3 cubed, which is 27, minus square root 18 divided by 6. Okay, I don't have my calculator right now, so I'm going to pause this video. Okay, I'm back, and this answer over here is actually minus 4.2426. Okay, now here we can actually make it into a what's that called? We can actually make it into a estimation. 7 minus 4 over 6. So what we get is 27 minus 4 gives you 23. 23 divided by 6 gives you, I'm going to write this down, 23 divided by 6. Oh, that's my calculator. 3.883. 3.88833, sorry. And then from there, what we get is, to one significant figure, the answer is 4. Alright, that's how we do this. And then for part 2, it says calculate its value correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, to 3 significant figures, we take a look at the number beyond this, which is 3.8333. Okay, 3 significant figures. So therefore, the number would be 3.83. That's 3 significant figures. 1, 2, and 3. That's the answer. Alright, cool. So the next part, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do part C. This is all about measurement. 5.69 tons minus 812 kilograms plus 700 grams. So let's write this down. 5.69 tons minus 812 kilograms plus 700 grams in kilograms. They want it in kilograms. Okay, so therefore we have to convert everything into kilograms. 5.69 tons. Okay, what is tons? Tons is equal to 1,000 kilograms. So to change the 5.69 tons to a kilogram, we just have to multiply it by 1,000. So we get 5,690 kilograms minus 812 kilograms plus 0.7 kilograms. And then we'll get the answer, which is 5,690 minus 812 plus 0.7. And that will give you the answer, 4,878.7 kilograms. Okay, 4,878.7 kilograms. And that is the answer for C part 1. Now for part 2, 2.1609 meter cube in kiloliters, liters, and meters. Now this is very important, right? So let's do this slowly. I'm going to repeat this process again. 2.1609 meter cube. Okay, if you forget what a meter cube equals to in liters, okay, what you need to do is you need to derive it by yourself. It's going to take a bit of more time, but it's worth it. Okay, so how do I convert this into a liter? Basically, you have to remember that 1 liter is equals to 1,000 cm cube. Okay, so which means that I have to change this into a cm cube. Okay, so what do I say? What was I saying? Oh yeah, hold on, give me a second. 2.1609 meter cube is actually equals to how many cm cube? So we have to realize one thing. 1 meter is equals to 100 cm. Okay, 1 meter squared equals to 100 times 100 cm squared. Okay, so what we get is 10,000 cm squared. Then 1 meter cube is, of course, 100 times 100 times 100. So basically 100 cube cm cube. 100 cube will give you 1 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, cm cube. So 1 meter cube equals to 1 million cm cube. 1 million cm cube equals to how many liters? Okay, so basically you take a look at here, at this thing over here, and it says 1 liter equals 1,000 cm cube. So to get this 1 meter cube equals how many liters, we divide it by the 1,000. So we cancel this 3 and we are left with 1,000. So 1 meter cube is equals to 1,000 liters. That is how we derive this formula. Okay, so 1 meter cube equals 1000 liters, and that makes your life so much easier because 2.1609 meter cube, just multiply it by 1000, 1, 2, 3, and you will find that you have 2160.9 liters. And to express that into kiloliters, what is kiloliters? Kilo means 1000, so in 1,000. So in kiloliters, it's KL. Okay, how many thousand do we have? 2000. So we put the number in. What's the other one? Liters and milliliters. So liters and milliliters. So what we need to do is we just fill in the blanks. 2160.9. 2160 means 2000 kiloliters, 160 liters, and 900 milliliters. That is the answer. Alright, so that's how we do this question, and that is it for question number 1. So that brings me to the quote of the week, and the quote of the week is, don't force it, reinforce it. Now what does this mean? What does reinforce mean? Reinforce means to repeat, alright, to put it over and over again in your mind. Now studies have shown that if you force something into your mind, if you force concepts or ideas into your mind in a stressed state, nothing will get in. And if that's what you have been experiencing when you're studying at the very last minute, that's why you don't do well when you study at the last minute, because you're so stressed. So instead of forcing it, how about doing it consistently and reinforcing it every single day? Reinforcing means you just repeat it over and over again, and of course your mind, it just absorbs this information and somehow it will put it together into a logical argument in your mind. And somehow that's why people just say it will just click. And that's what happens when you reinforce a certain idea or a concept which you don't understand in math or any other subjects or in life. Alright, so my quote of the week is very, very important. Don't force it, reinforce it. Reinforce it. With that, this is Coach Saiful signing off saying you are a math prodigy. Good job.